Misconceptions about trans people. That we all want surgery and hormones. Not every trans person feels the need for gender affirming care, and they're still trans. There are a lot of non-surgical ways to medically transition. For example, changing your name, changing your pronouns, maybe changing your haircut to something that fits more like how you'd want to present. That we shout at you if you get our pronouns wrong. Many trans people will definitely not start on you if you get something like that wrong. It's actually very unlikely. Usually, personally, I just leave it. If it's someone that doesn't know me, then what's it to them? I don't really want to be explaining my pronouns to somebody that's serving me in a shop just because they address me wrong to my boyfriend. Like, who cares? Personally, I just keep it to myself. And if we do ever correct anyone, it's probably someone that knows us and should know better. And honestly, that's the most awkward thing ever, so I'm definitely not shouting when I'm doing that. That we are all wanting to pass. Newsflash, not every trans person cares about passing. Being able to pass as cis is a privilege that not everybody cares for. The aspect of passing is pretty outdated anyway. It's all based on gendered stereotypes that aren't really designed to be very fluid, and your gender expression is not taken into account here, and that can bring joy in itself. From person to person, people can be completely different in the ways that they feel comfortable in clothing and how they present, and that doesn't take away from their transness. That we all aren't close with our families. Yes, some of us aren't because family members can be a bit tricky and maybe coming out has not gone well at all and the environment is not supportive, but a lot of us do have healthy, good relationships with our families. That we want kids to be trans. Trans kids already exist, we just want there to be a support system for them so that trans kids can grow up into trans adults just like we did. We don't want kids to be trans and we don't want to make kids trans. We just don't want to shut them out because they already are trans and we want them to exist. Trans adults know what it was like growing up in a very cis-centered world, and we want to be there as a support system for those kids that are growing up into it.